So for today's video, I've got you guys an insane high kill Rebirth Island win and my updated controller settings for Warzone. I got you guys with my movement settings, my dead zone settings, my sensitivity settings, basically everything you guys need to be cracked at Warzone, man. So before we jump into the high kill game, I quickly want to shout out today's Noti gang as always, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Kid.
He literally didn't even put a bullet into him, did he?
Like 2 bullets.
Like his fucking cooldown, bro, you should see this kid's gun. Shit is so stupid looking.
Oh my god, my shot, bro.
Diffy?
I just knocked a kid by the loadie. Oh my god.
You feel like it's our grandma's or what?
Oh my god.
Perra.
Excuse me? Oh, come on, bro. I tried the stupidest way, bro.
Mira, pescado.
Just too easy with this gun, man.
Nice shot. What?
Die, motherfucker.
Did he push me?
Oh my god, man. Oh my god, man.
Buster almost sniped him up the tower.
We knocked 2 of them, no way. I'm pushing the roof.
They're downstairs, bro.
Don't go up there.
Oh, he's sticking one.
I'm going up the ladder.
Who was?
Wow. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's Rebirth Island gameplay, man. If you did, make sure you leave a like on today's video. I would really appreciate it. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into my updated Warzone settings. So I do play Warzone on PC with a controller. So I do have the PC settings for you guys if you're also on a PC. But I also do have my controller settings that are the same for Xbox, PS4. Any console is going to have the same controller settings. So you guys all can benefit from these. But first off, I got my PC settings for any of you guys that want those. So we're going to be using full screen display mode. Of course, you want your game in full screen. My screen refresh rate is 144 because my monitor is 144 hertz. So I wouldn't get anything above 144 anyways. And then for my custom frame rate limit, I cap it at 130 to get absolutely no FPS dips. I just run a constant 130 and my game feels super smooth. For my brightness, I use 55.60. It's just a made-up number that I prefer. Brightness really just comes down to what you guys like the most, so you're just going to want to rock whatever you guys feel the most comfortable with. For my FOV, this is the best thing about running a PC. This is a huge advantage. So I do get to use a 120 FOV, and I highly recommend you guys do the same if you're playing on PC with a controller like I am. And And then you also want to come down to ADS FOV. Make sure you guys turn this on affected. What this does is it makes your ADS scope and your regular FOV be the same. So whenever you aim down sight, it's not a different zoom type, and you guys are definitely going to have better aim when you turn this on. For camera movement, you guys are going to want to put this to at least 50%. This setting is basically how much your camera shakes around when you're running and sliding in Warzone. So definitely put this on least to have the least recoil. And then for the render res, obviously you want this 100 to make your game look crisp. All of my graphic settings basically are going to be low or disabled just to get the maximum frames. And then for particle quality, I do put this on high because it doesn't affect your FPS at all and it makes your game look a lot better. And then everything else on this side is going to be disabled or default. Filmic strength, I turn that to 1. And then down here, the only settings you guys need is going to be the cast spot shadows and the cast sun shadows. Turn both of these on enabled because it has no effect on your FPS and it makes your game look a lot better. Everything else is low or disabled. So now we're going to jump into my updated controller settings, which I know is what most of you guys clicked on this video for. But before I break these settings down, I quickly want to let you guys know that I am using a Cinch gaming controller. It has back buttons, mouse click triggers, mouse click bumpers, even mouse click face buttons. So if you guys want to have one of the best controllers in the game right now, there is a link in the description of this video. You can use code SWAY to get 5% off your controllers, and it would really help me out. And honestly, guys, this is by far the nicest controller I've ever had. Way better than a Scuff, and it's half the price. So if you want one, man, go down below, hit that link, get yourselves one for the new COD coming up. I would highly recommend one of these controllers, man. So now let's break down my settings. So I use tactical flipped button layout, and what that means is I aim and shoot with the bumpers instead of the triggers. Now, if you guys haven't heard of people playing like this, it is a game changer, bro. Instead of using your triggers to shoot, using your bumpers gives you a much faster response time. And once you get used to this, you're going to realize that you're getting the first shot off in most of your gunfights, and it just makes your controller feel so much more responsive. Stick layout, I use default. For my vertical look, obviously I want that off. For left stick minimum input, I put this on 0 because this gives you an insane response time on your left stick. And if you guys know that your left stick is what you use for movement, putting this down to 0 makes it feel like your movement is instant right when you push it on your controller. So I'd highly recommend 0-0. For right stick, I use a 0.6. This is just to make sure I'm not over sliding and over aiming so I can still be steady with my aim, but also have a super quick response time for it. For my left and right max, I use 0.95 on both. Horizontal and vertical stick, I use 14-14. I used to use 20-20, but I feel like it was too fast and I was just missing a lot of my shots. So I put it back down to 14-14 and this feels great. For my ADS sensitivity multiplier, I use 0.68. This is just the number I've always stuck with and what feels the best to me. For custom sensitivity per zoom, turn this off. I highly recommend having this setting off because if you have a different sensitivity for every scope type, you're going to be used to none of them, bro. Like, you're going to miss all of your shots as soon as you switch to a different scope. So I recommend just having one universal sensitivity for every scope so that you can master it and every scope feels the same. You're not missing shots and you don't have to adjust depending on the scope you use. For aim response curve type, I use dynamic. This is by far the best. Dynamic is the most responsive curve type, and I highly recommend you guys use this. Controller vibration, I turn that off. I hate my controller vibrating. Gas mask toggle only, I have this disabled. For aim assist, I use standard because that is the strongest aim assist in Warzone. I highly recommend standard over every other aim assist type. It is by far the strongest and best aim assist. Scale aim assist with FOV. If you're on PC with a controller like me, you have this option, and I highly recommend making this enabled because it will make your aim assist and your FOV coincide with each other, and it will make your aim feel a lot better when you do this on a higher FOV. The next setting I recommend you guys change is going to be steady aim behavior. Turning this on toggle is huge. If you like to snipe in Warzone like I do, you know that you have to hold the stick down to steady aim with a sniper. But if you turn it to toggle, you just click the stick down and your scope will steady aim way faster than it would if you hold it. So I highly recommend turning this on toggle. For used reload behavior, definitely make this contextual tab so you can pick up loot faster. The next setting you guys need to change is armor plate behavior. Definitely make this apply all so that as soon as you put on one plate, your character will continually put on plates until you tell them to stop. You won't have to keep spamming the plate button over and over. It will just automatically put on all of your plates. For slide behavior, 1000% put this on tap. If you have it on hold, your movement is going to be suffering so much. When you have it on tap, you can literally just spam the slide button, and that's how you slide cancel and have better movement. Definitely put this on tap. For tactical sprint, I have double tap, but then I run automatic tactical sprint so that when I push my stick forward, my character just automatically runs. I don't have to click the stick down or anything like that. And then everything else is going to be disabled or default. And that is my updated controller settings. Feel free to rewind or pause the video and screenshot for any settings that you guys need, man. And again, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. And as always, if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.